Okay, great. I'm so happy to meet you all. My name is Ashna Ddhannak, and I'm a holistic life coach. I practice various healing modalities like Vaastu, numerology, color therapy, aromatherapy, cosmic readings, tarot card readings, batch flower remedies, sound healings, and lots more. And before we start our session, I would really like to give a great thanks to Thrive for inviting me today as their guest speaker. And it's a lovely opportunity here to meet you all. And we shall just start without wasting much time. And to just let you know that what will be the agenda for today, that we are going to learn some new things about the Vastu directions of how it will help you in your daily lives to cope up with any kind of stress. Yeah. Hello. Hello. I think the voice is gone. Yeah. Okay, great. So let me tell you something that whenever all of us are at home at this point of time, especially when the pandemic is on and we all are facing some extraordinary tough times, and we all are at home. So I would like to question you all, that have you experienced something like this? Where you would be sitting at some corner of your home, okay, and you would be experiencing kind of like a lot of pressure within you. You're doing your work completely very nicely, but it keeps on piling. You just feel that it's like a never ending story. You've been doing lots and lots of work, but somehow it just doesn't tend to complete it, so probably you are sitting in the northeast corner of your home. Well, what is the northeast corner? Well, that is, as per the Vastu, it is the head region or your brain region. So when you are sitting in that particular corner, you may complete and accomplish a lot of work, but somehow it feels that it is just going on piling and you feel very pressurized and you feel as if you will never be able to complete this, So I shall give you a small remedy if any of you have been feeling something like this. What you should do is wear a white color cap, or maybe you can tie a white color handkerchief or any kind of a white cloth on this part, on this crown section, and start doing your work. You will feel far more less pressurized and relatively complete your work on time as well. Okay. So also you may have experienced at times that when you keep sitting in different directions of your home, sometimes you may feel extremely angry. You may feel super angry at people for not completing their work, or maybe there are some kind of misunderstandings which are happening between you and the client, or maybe it's simply some disputes out of nowhere, some kind of arguments. So why do you think that this happens? Can anybody give me any ideas? So when you experience this kind of a lot of anger within, there are chances that you are sitting in the fire corner of your home, which is the southeast. The southeast, as per the Vastu, is supposed to be the fire corner. So when you're sitting unknowingly in the fire corner, it may aggravate a lot of fire energies within you, because of which you tend to kind of get really angry and frustrated, and you just feel that everything is like super nonsense and you just don't feel like doing anything. So let me give you some remedy how you could actually do something about this. When you're experiencing something like this, keep something green color next to you. You could keep probably a green color cloth on your table, or keep some green plants, and they will tend to really keep your anger under check, and you will be able to patiently handle any of your work issues. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So there are certain other areas of the home where you may feel that you've started brilliantly. You started to do your work brilliantly, but out of a sudden, it's hardly just 10 minutes and you start feeling hungry. So you just get up and you go off to the fridge, you munch your chocolate, and from there, you start feeling that let me listen to this song which is coming in the TV. You start watching the song, and then suddenly somebody calls and you're on the call. So what about the work which was pending there? There you tend to lose your focus. So you, by the time you come back, like you just felt that you did nothing. And even if you restart again, you are not focused to do that particular thing. You may feel that, yeah, this is really boring for me, I'll do this tomorrow. There are chances of procrastination. You may feel as if you're just feeling too boring to do that work, and you may start doing completely something else, and that too you will not finish it. So why do you think this could be? Any ideas? Okay, so probably it could be that you are sitting in the northwest corner of your home. The northwest corner is the air corner. So when you are unknowingly sitting there, you tend to kind of, your thoughts kind of tend to float in the air, so it doesn't keep you grounded. It feels as though that nothing is getting accomplished, you're not focused, you keep procrastinating. So that is something which you may feel. So let me tell you the remedy for when you are in the northwest and you have difficulties in focusing for your work. Try sitting on a wooden chair and keep your workstation on a wooden plank, so that you are grounded. You could also choose to wear a crystal called hematite, which is going to be very grounding. It kind of keeps you really focused on your work, concentrated and grounded. Yeah. So there is one more corner, which is one of the best corner, that is called the southwest corner. So you must have experienced that at times when you are sitting somewhere, you feel as if it's a heavenly feeling. It's so calm and cozy, and in minutes you are able to take decisions, or you are able to complete your work, say continuously within a flow of time, say half an hour, 1 hour, or even 90 minutes. The things which have been pending for maybe 3 weeks or maybe 3 months, you've been able to complete it so quickly. Why is that so? Because that could be that there are chances that you were sitting in the southwest corner. The southwest corner of any home, as per the Vaastu, is supposed to be the earth corner. So it is in itself a very grounded corner, very peaceful and very cozy, and gives you umpteen amount of focus, concentration, and peace as well. So most of the time we generally suggest, for the company CEOs or the heads or people who are in the state of power, we ask them to build their cabins in the southwest region so that they are able to sit there, and mostly they should be facing towards either north or east, and they are able to take superb decisions for their company, for their people, and overall good development for their work. Similarly, at home, we tell also the people who are, the eldest people in the family, to construct their bedrooms in the southwest corner. So they are the head of the family, and southwest is supposed to give you that kind of relaxation. Yeah. So I hope that till now you all are in a place and you're able to understand the flow of few directions that I have just mentioned. I hope that you all are there with me. If somebody can just type a yes. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Okay, so now since you all have understood that the best corner of the home is the southwest corner, so I'm going to give you a small exercise to do, a small exercise. If you all have your paper and pen with you, it would be great, So let me take you through a small little exercise. It would be a very interesting one. I hope that you guys are having your little pen and pencil. Yeah. Just be grounded, be very calm. You can choose to close your eyes, be relaxed, Can close your eyes. Okay, let me tell you, right now, this exercise, you can just visualize that you are in the southwest, though you may not be sitting in the southwest, but we are just visualizing to do something nice for our future in terms of your finances, especially. I'm going to give you this exercise. So, wherever you are seated, just visualize that you could be in the southwest of your home. No need to actually go and find it right now. In the later second half of the session, I will teach you how to find out the southwest of your home. Okay. So in the meanwhile, just close your eyes and be relaxed. Be completely relaxed. And take a few deep breaths. Just calm down and take a few deep breaths. Now, I want you to identify one aspect of your life where you are feeling extremely difficult, or you find it very, very hard to part with your money, or you're getting very angry, or you're getting very frustrated when you have to part with your money. Now, this could be one area, for example, if you're paying the rents of your house, or it could be the school fees of your children, or it could be the electricity bills or grocery bills, or installments or EMI of anything that you have taken. Whatever you feel that it's so difficult and you kind of get a grumbling energy or kind of a cursing energy, I want you to write down that one aspect, only one aspect. Once you have written that, okay, also write down the amount that you are just paying each month for that particular aspect. Okay. And also you could write down your emotion against this. What is the emotion that comes to you while you are giving away this money? Are you feeling fearful? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling really frustrated? What is the emotion? So I would like you to write down three things. One is the aspect in which you're feeling very difficult to part with that money of yours. Second is the amount of money. And third is the emotion that you're going through. I hope that you all have written this. Once you all are done, can just somebody write a yes so that I'm aware that it's already done? Okay, great. So now against this, can you just make a small column and write down that what are the benefits that you received against this particular aspect? For example, you bought something with a EMI facility. So haven't you used those things and that has given you some kind of pleasure, peace, or any other good emotions? Hasn't it given to you? I'm sure that it has, right? It could be if it's the school fees of your children, then the good parts of is that your child is going towards a brilliant school where he's learning so many things and becoming a brilliant human being as well. So my point here is to point out that there are good aspects of everything as well. So when we give any money or part any money with a very bad feeling in our heart, it kind of creates a discord between you and the money. The energy gets spoiled, and that money doesn't feel like coming back to you. So that's the reason I would like to share that whenever you are giving any money, it has to be given with great joy and happiness. For example, there may be many things that you really love and you are just willing to immediately shell out that little money. For example, you want to buy your favorite chocolate, you would be more than happy to give that money. You want to go to the salon and get your hair blow dried, you'd be more than happy to give that money. That is the spirit that you need to have with the money and the finances. The moment you become like little bit heavy, dark, frustrated, the money doesn't want to come back to you, and that's where you start getting away from the money energy. So it's very important that you give the money with a very good heart and with a very good energy. Secondly, in case this is the rule of life, that when you give something you always get back something. Many of you must have already known about this. So if you can make a habit, for example, at least once in a week, to make somebody's day through some gestures or a little point of little money that you can, to give it to somebody surprisingly, where it makes up their day and they kind of bless you from all their heart, that would be superb to kind of get back the money energy which has been broken earlier. Okay, so I hope that this is understood about how you could give to get back, and how you can bless to get back more. Yeah. Okay, so I have something very interesting to share, that as per Vastu, from which direction does your money and prosperity comes in? So, in the entire home, wherever is your north and wherever is your east, I will be teaching you how to locate the north and the east. The north is the energy of Lord Kubera as per our Indian Vedic Shastras. So the Lord Kubera is the god of wealth. It always says कि धन धान्य कुबेर अपने साथ लेकर आते हैं. So it is very important that the north wall or the north section of your house should never be cluttered with any kind of negative energies. When I say negative energies, it could be like a shoe rack. The shoes are considered to be a little negative. It could be any toiletries or any kind of garbage you should never ever place in your north section, because that is the Kubera energy. When we talk about the east, it is the sun energy, it is the Surya energy. So it brings with it the vibrancy and the huge power of the sun. So that is your mind, which can illuminate 1,000 light, So even the east should never be cluttered, it should be left very spacious. So the north and the east, both these places, along with the center corner, which is called the northeast, all these three zones have to be kept absolutely spacious and clutter free for you to get in the best of the best energies, to have all the wonderful finances and wealth coming in from there. So if you can take care of this, say by chance you have something which you can't move from there, in case if you have to move the shoe rack or anything, you can remove from there and keep it in the northwest side of your home. But if you have something which is a big obstruction, for example, it could be the wardrobes or anything, for example, you're not able to move that, if you can move that, you should place it towards the west, the wardrobes or anything. But you can't move, then at least try to keep a bowl of Himalayan salt, or any kind of say a sea salt. If you're not able to get that, keep even table salt for that matter, and keep refreshing after every few days to just balance out the negativity in that area. Okay, so I'm also going to give you some tips of how to open up your north, so that you are getting most of this particular aspect. You can place a Kuber yantra in the north wall of your home. The Kuber mantra, which is done with puja, if you place it in the north wall, brings umpteen amount of wonderful, peaceful and wealthful energies. In case if you're not able to find a Kuber Yantra, you can also place a mirror. The mirror has to be in a square or a rectangular shape. Avoid the circular or any kind of irregular shape. The mirror frame can be golden or silver or white, but avoid blue, black or red color frames. So when you place a mirror in the north wall, it acts
Uh, Hello, everyone. We are facing some technical difficulties. We'll be back with you in the next minute. Thank you. Hi, all. Just a couple of minutes. The connection just got dropped. We're just figuring out, the solution for it. We request your patience. We'll be back with you in a minute or two. Thank you. Ashna, we are not able to hear you. Can you just check your mic settings? Hi, Rajveer. I'm not. I'm not able to hear. Okay. Can you leave and join? Like again, the same issue will happen. I think when you joined, that audio ka option was then allow audio. You should have done. I think that is the issue. Just join again. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi everybody. Am I audible? Hello? Hello everybody.
Yes, you're audible. Finally, thank you, Ashna.
Okay, I'm so sorry, extremely sorry. I mean, we were going through some technical glitch and, it took a little time. I'm extremely sorry for the time which it got consumed. So, hope everything is clear right now. Am I visible and audible? Am I correctly visible and audible?
Yes, it's perfect. You can continue.
Okay, great. So the last where we spoke was about the North and the East, the importance of the North and the East. And I had mentioned about, if you couldn't do anything to put a frame or to place the Kuberi Yantra, instead you could even play the Gayatri Mantra in a slow volume continuously to clear any kind of negative vibes, something which if you are not able to remove any kind of heavy objects or something, I asked you to place a bowl of salt, Himalayan salt, or for that matter any kind of salt, and you could refresh that every few days and manage with it for some more time until you are able to sort out to see a different place where you could shift that. Okay, so I hope that it was clear about the north and the east. One another important thing is that north is the element of water. So if you place a small water fountain in the north or the east or the northeast, that will also fetch you immense amount of prosperity. But there are certain do's and don'ts that one needs to look into. For example, whenever the fountain, the water flow should always be from north to east. Okay, the flow has to be from north to east, not in any other direction. In case if you're not able to find any such fountain which the water flow doesn't have from north to east, then kindly avoid that. Instead you could you could hear the sounds of water, you could play some music of some running water stream or some kind of a river or some kind of waves. So the water should never be stagnant, it should be fresh water, it should be running water, so for you to have continuous set of prosperity coming in. So instead, if you're not able to find such a fountain, try putting up the sound of waves or any kind of water music. I hope that this was clear. I hope that it has come across to everybody. Yeah. Hello. 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 Am I audible? Okay, great. So we go to the next point now. We covered the Northeast. Now I'm going to cover something extremely important, which is called the center zone of your house. And it is called as the Brahmasthan. That is the center portion of your home and your universal energy of Pharma, Fa means father and Ma means mother. The pharma energy always kind of like free flows in the center portion of your home, which is called the Brahmasthal. And that is the reason that we should always ensure that the Brahmasthan is absolutely clutter free and spacious. You should not have anything negative kept there. Like similarly, what I told you about the northeast, that you should not have any kind of shoe racks or any kind of garbage or any kind of negative items, especially even in the Brahmasthan, so try to remove them from there immediately. Any kind of obstruction also should be removed from there, so that you have the father mother energy meeting each other. The mother energy is the mother earth, which is below the mother earth. The earth energies are called the ma energies, the mother energies. The father energies is the sky energy, the sky, which is the heavenly father. So they both have to come into unity for us to get a harmonious life. Okay, so it's very important that our Brahmasthan should always have a lot of space, at least 1.5 meter in circumference. That is the ideal one. But if you can't have that much, as much space as you can allocate, keep it spacious. Okay, now for anything, if you are not able to have these things properly in your Brahmasthan, then I'm going to give you a nice remedy, a very strong remedy. You can place a golden color. Golden color represents Lord Vishnu, and he's also the depict of the pharma energy. Okay, so you can have Lakshmi and Vishnu kept together in the sense, some kind of which depicts Lord Vishnu. The color gold, the color yellow represents Lord Vishnu, and the red, which is the pink, reddish pink, represents Mahalakshmi. So if you can keep any kind of a vase or some kind of flowers or any of such objects which represents the Lakshmi and Vishnu ji, so the father and mother energy will be completely free flowing, and that can take care of 70% of your vastu. Even if it is incorrect, it will take care if your Brahmasthan is kept clutter free and your northeast. So most of these things you will see that it will be taken care of. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you something very important about raising your own vibrations and in the room wherever you are staying, irregardless of which area it is. Okay, wherever you are, in whichever area you are, do not right now think too much that whether it's this direction or that direction. Any room you are in, you should always have your vibes to be very high. So to raise the vibration of any room, what are the do's and the don'ts? The do's and the don'ts. The don'ts are that you should not have too much of black, red, or blue colors in the wall or your bed sheets, as they create high levels of emotions. Okay, make sure that your lights are a little bit softer inside the room wherever you are, not very bright lights, as they give you a sense of calmness and peace. Also that you could use some kind of a music inside your room, especially 432 hertz. You can note down this is a sound healing modality remedy. 432 hertz music. This you can find anywhere. You can Google search this, and 432 hertz music, when you play inside any of the rooms, it will kind of gradually clear out any kind of unwanted and negative energies which are dwelling in that room, and it will clearly make a sparkling good energy for you to stay there. Okay, so I hope that you noted it was 432 hertz energy, sound energy. So that could be any form of music which you can find it online when you Google search it, and you can play that as well. You can also use some interesting fragrances like rose and lavender in your room to calm you down. That at the same time, it increases the vibrations of your personal room. So these are a few tips of how you can personally enhance the vibrations of your room. Now, how about yourself? Even as a person, as a body that you have taken this form, it is important that we clear out our own energies on a daily basis. So I will be giving you some very strong remedies. As I mentioned earlier, salt is one of the best cleanser. the most negative part of your body is always the sole of your feet. The sole of your feet, where जो पैरों के नीचे जो हमारे soles होते हैं, you gather up all your the day's entire thing. All the negativity comes down to the soles of the feet. So it is important that you should kind of remove your daily clots and all the negative thoughts from the sole of your feet. And how would you do that? Take a small tub and have some little warm water and take a fistful of salt and sit relaxed in it for at least 5 to 7 minutes or 10 minutes on a daily basis. It will drain out all kind of like negativity into the water. You can discard this water into the basin, wash the tub and reuse the same. You reuse a new water with new salt the next day. So if you keep doing this particular remedy for lifetime, and I can assure you that partially you will never face any kind of you know uh, uh, the impatience or any kind of other things which trouble you too much, because uh, all these, when they get drained out, you will immediately start feeling a new energy cropping in. So I hope that you have taken a note about the bucket of water and salt and draining out these energies. Now, something very important is about the chakras. I'm sure that most of you are aware about the chakras, but since maybe we are short of time, so I will brief you about one important chakra, which is called the sacral chakra. It is the orange color chakra, and this is based 3 to 4 fingers just below your navel. Okay, it is just at this part of your body, and that is the chakra which is basically storing any kind of traumas and any kind of uh, sudden happenings in your life which you are not able to cope up. So it's important that you heal the sacral chakra very frequently. How to heal the sacral chakra? Well, it is a orange color chakra, so any kind of orange remedy will able to heal it. You could eat a lot of oranges in your diet. You could use orange fragrant oil and slightly have a little bit massaged in your sacral chakra. At the same time, you could burn certain camphor incenses, and the smoke of that will help you to cope up with any kind of traumas. So for example, the pandemic which has just come in, it brings with it a lot of shocking energies. So if you are able to take care of your sacral chakra very diligently, sacral chakra is also for your passions. So anything to do with passion, uh, that's why we keep telling during lockdown that keep doing things which you are so passionate about. If you can pursue something like painting, singing, any kind of something which you really love to do, your passion, that is also the color of orange. And sacral chakra gets healed when you pursue any kind of your passionate things. So when you keep doing this, you will have less effects of this shock and trauma, and it will help you to cope up easily with whatever is going on with a state of acceptance, and you will be able to move forward with uh, quite peace and harmony within you. Okay, so I hope that all these points you've been able to note, and they've been useful. So before I end the session, I will have one more exercise that I can tell you to do, and then we can have some small question answer session, and we can end the session that way. So whenever you're feeling extremely claustrophobic, you feel as if you just are not able to cope up, you feel that you're just giving in. Okay, so try and close your eyes. Be relaxed and try and close your eyes and ask yourself that which part of your body, this is a mind body connection exercise. So you could make a note of this, that try and kind of feel which part of your body is feeling that stress. It could be something in the neck, it could be something in the throat, or it could be something in the hand, or anything in your guts, when you feel that kind of a stress. So try and talk to the body and ask, that what is it? What are you trying to tell me? Ask that pain, ask that discomfort in your body. What is it that you're trying to tell me? Okay. make a note of these things, and then gradually, lovingly ask that energy to come up to your throat. Ask lovingly and peacefully, ask that energy wherever it is in your body, ask it to come to your throat. And then imagine that you are going to blow that complete energy. Imagine a very big black balloon that you have. You try to blow that balloon, and all the energy that has stifled up in your throat from all over your body, it's now stifled up in your throat. Gradually you blow it out, take out the breaths and blow it out one by one into the black balloon. Okay, so you could breathe in and breathe out all the negative stuff that you have piled up in your throat and keep it inside the balloon. Blow the balloon as much as you want till you feel a relief all over. That's a virtual thing. You don't have to really get a black balloon. It's not a physical balloon that I'm talking about. I'm talking about a virtual exercise. So you can imagine that a black balloon, and you are going to now take out all this energy into the black balloon visually, virtually, and then tie it up with a black thread, and then pray over this black balloon and surrender it to the universe. That universe, this is something which I have not been able to handle it, and my body, my mind, my soul is really stressed out, and I cannot just handle it. Therefore I have surrendered my entire thoughts to you, and gently release it into the universe. And you can visualize it that it is going away higher up into the sky, and it gets regenerated there into the universe. It need not come back to you, but you should start feeling immediate some kind of a relief within your body by doing this exercise. Yeah. So that was something. This is a virtual exercise, mind you. You don't have to really get a physical black balloon. It's just virtually you have to think about it and get this energy pented up into the balloon and release it to the universe. Okay, so I think that I have covered up most of the points. I'm so sorry for the glitch in between, and it is time for question and answers. So I would be more than happy to answer you if there are any questions regarding whatever we spoke at this point of time. I hope the session has been useful and interesting to all of you. Okay, yeah. So I was wanting to show you about how to locate the north and the east, and how to locate the southwest, etc. So you see that you get this kind of a compass. Okay, this kind of a compass, it's generally available in most of the stationaries. Okay, so what you need to do, please don't use the compass on your phone because it will give you wrong degrees. So you need to have this kind of a compass. It is costing around 80 rupees to 100 rupees. You would get this in any stationery shop. Okay, so you try to get this and virtually try to locate the center of your home. Most of the homes here in India or abroad, you would have like either rectangular shaped or square shaped. Very, very few times you may see irregular shapes. That's when you really need some, professional help to see the directions. But for the time being, all these directions should be taken by a professional. But little bit you can at least find out, for the all these directions that I spoke. Take a compass like this and go to the center of your home. Okay, go to the center of your home and leave it at one of the table here. For example, I just kept it here. Okay, if you can see this, yeah, I just kept it as a table over here. Keep it at one of the center, allow it to stable down. So there is a red color pointer inside this compass, this red color pointer. Allow it to settle down. Wherever the red pointer is showing, that is your north. Okay, that is your north. So wherever the red pointer is, you have to bring all the alphabets are there: north, south, east, west. There is N, E, S, and W. So bring the N just below that red pointer. So I'm going to do this right now. I have my red pointer here, and I will bring this N gradually just below this red pointer. Okay, so that helps me to locate where is my north. Okay, where is my north? So if this is my north, exact opposite to that will be your south. If this is my north, exact opposite to that will be your south. Okay, and wherever the north is, exact right of that will be east. and opposite of east will be the west. Okay, so with the help of this compass, you will be able to locate your north, by which you will be easily be able to get through the other directions. So if I recap everything, your north is your financial opportunities, your Kuber, your door for Kuber energies. So your north and east and northeast, all these three zones always have to be clutter free so that you allow good energies to come in. And the south, west, and southwest are your grounding corners, are your earth corners for you to keep relaxed and take better decisions and complete all your work peacefully and in time without any procrastination. So that was a recap of everything. And the Brahmasthan, which is the exact center of your house, you can, if it's a rectangle, you can kind of count the tiles, lengthwise and breadthwise, and take a approximate center. You will be finding your Brahmasthan of your home, and then just find out that what have you kept there, what is lying over there, and accordingly, whatever I told you, that at least the negative things should be out from there, keep it more spacious. And for you could keep the golden yellow objects, or you could also chant Lakshmi mantras or Vishnu mantras in the center of your home to open out the Brahmasthan and give you more prosperity. Likewise, the Gayatri mantra was for the north and the east. Yeah. So I hope that I've been clear and it has been helpful and interesting. Uh, uh, you can ask me more questions. I hope that you understood about the directions. Is there anything else that I could be of help? Okay, I have a question from Sanjay. Post COVID, sorry, the question just went away. Post COVID, what changes to make for work from home? Sorry, it is just not able to read it. Just a minute, I'll wear my glasses. Okay. Okay. My kitchen is in north direction. What is the remedy for that? Generally, kitchens should never be in the north direction. It is one of the very big fault. But what you can do for the time being, before you invite any of the consultant to come and tell you the remedy, but a simple remedy is that you place two red roses inside your kitchen for reducing the flaws as of now. Yeah. How long we need to play Gayatri Mantra. You can play this throughout the day, as and when, as much as you can. There is no limit to that. You can play on a very small volume, and it can be throughout. What to do if I'm not a Hindu? Any other option instead of Gayatri Mantra? You can chant any of something, whatever your religion permits. But since this was just, about Gayatri Mantra belongs to the mantra for opening up the east, you could use anything, any of your prayers as well. Or you could just plainly, like put a orange color and yellow color to kind of like open up your east, okay, which is the sun energies. You need not, if you do not have resonate towards the Gayatri mantra, you can just use a yellow color or a orange color sticker to open up your east. Yeah. Okay, the real roses or fake? No, real roses. It should be real roses. It should be real. Two red roses. You can place it on a Friday, and and then when, if it gets bad, you can replace it on another Tuesday or Friday, and keep until you don't have a permanent remedy. At least you can go ahead with this temporary remedy. Okay. Preferred time to soak your feet in salt water? Anytime, but probably it would be better that if you are towards the end of the day, when you are very tired, it's the best time to kind of like relax, and maybe you're listening to some music and watching TV, and at the same time you can do this ritual of putting your feet under the salt water. Okay. Kitchen and stove should be in which direction? Always the kitchen should be in the southeast section of the home. southeast section of your home, and the stove should always also be in the east or southeast section, not in any other direction. And mind you, always that whenever you place, even if you're able to identify the southeast section properly, you should not have a water element coming there. For example, your wash basin and your stove both should never be in the same platform. It should be like in a different platform. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Which place should, what time rock salt to be changed from north side? No, for using the rock salt, you mean to say for placing your feet, there is no timing, there is no direction. You can put your feet into the salt water anytime. What time rock salt to be changed from north side and what to be placed? Okay, a small bowl. If you are experiencing any negative energy or any negative things in the north or the brahmasan, place it any plastic bowl, but use that for only this purpose, not for any other purpose. You could use the rock salt inside this, and say weekly once or twice you can discard that, and you wash the bowl and replace it with fresh salt. Okay. In which direction should I sleep in? Generally, we prefer that you should sleep in the west, south, or southwest direction with your heads towards the south, and your feet should be towards. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, your head should always be towards the south or the west. Okay, 432 hertz music can be for a little while before you go to sleep. 432 hertz music can be like for say 15 to 20 minutes, half an hour. That should be enough. Okay, any more questions? Okay, my kitchen is in the north. Post all of changes. I hope that everybody has been able to get through with all the, learnings. I'm not finding much more questions. Which is the best direction for studies? Well, for studies, you can sit in the northeast section of your house, but your table should be more towards the west and the southwest. Locate, see, you have to understand this properly. Northeast section of your home is best for studies, okay, but try to place your desk more towards the west wall or the south wall. Okay. Okay, are water images good in the house? It's a very good question. Water images should be very carefully used. You should never have water images in your bedroom at all.
These are questions.
No,
video free stages when calling.
okay. Okay, are water images good in the house? So water images have to be very carefully used because water is a highly emotional element and it has to be used in the right direction. Water images should only be used in the north or the east, never in any other direction. And I would prefer that you should not use any water images if you're not sure about, because sometimes people use bigger, oceans and waterfalls and all, and that creates like a real emotional turmoil in people. So please avoid any kind of water images. This should be done only under a consultant's advice. So please do not use any kind of water images. Okay. What remedy if my kitchen is in the northwest? See, northwest is not a very bad direction for kitchen, unlike northeast. But as I told you, currently there are certain pyramids that we can place, and we need to virtually shift your kitchen to the right direction. But you can use two red roses, which I told earlier, in a small glass, a transparent glass. On every Friday, you can place two. Red roses, and keep refreshing it for the timing for any kitchen remedies which are in the wrong direction. Okay. Okay. How about seven running horses image on the east wall? Well, running horses are supposed to be very auspicious, but you have to be again very careful that where you are placing them. They have to be always coming facing inside the house, not outside the house. So the positioning has to be done very carefully under a consultant's advice if possible, because you also have to see that they directly don't come into you. Like if you are sitting and they should not be coming towards you or anybody else. You should be placing them in a wall where also the running horse pictures avoid that if there are any mountains or any water below the running horses pictures, because the mountains, if you place it in the east, that kind of depicts a lot of weight, which we don't want to use too much of heavy weight in the east. And water element at the same time, you have to be careful where you are using. So my advice to you that for any kind of these pictures that you want, you should take a special advice from a consultant to place it properly. Okay. Glass filled with water or just two roses? Yeah, it can be a transparent glass with two roses and little water for the roses to survive. You should fill it with little water, and see for a few days. Once the roses are like getting a little bit, they're getting dried up, then you can replace it with fresh roses again. Okay. Okay. Which plants should be kept at home? Tulsi plant is a very auspicious plant, and that can be kept in the north corner of your home. But you have to be very careful that certain plants are allowed in the north and certain plants are allowed more in the west. So the plants, I will give you some tips for the Tulsi plant, which is the holy basil plant. Holy basil plant can be kept in the north or northeast corner of your home, but it should not be very long. It should be half the human height, approximately 2 to 3 feet only. So you can have it like breadthwise, the bushes, but do not allow it to grow so big. Okay, because then it becomes more heavier, and we are not supposed to keep too much of heavy objects, whether trees or anything, in the north or the east. Most of the heavy trees we generally recommend to keep it in the west or the southwest of the home, as they actually also act like a support system in life. So this is like little debatable. We need to have a proper advice of which plant, etc. But for the time being, I have given you the Tulsi plant. Okay, so you can place the Tulsi plant in the northeast corner of your home. And mind it, it should not be very tall. It should be just 3 feet, half the human height. Okay, hope that is helpful. Okay, I this is something very important here. I want to out elephant and horse sculptures in my house. Which direction is good? Now, elephants, they are extremely, you have to be very cautious placing the elephants in the house, except for the Lord Ganesha figure, that's different. But when you're placing elephant, I would say a big no, 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 because the elephant is a huge animal. And generally the placements of elephant is supposed to be kept in the south and the west. And we have to also be very careful about the trunk. The trunk should never be down. It has to be more upwards. The trunk has to be upwards, and they should be facing outside the house so that they take away your tensions from life. You should never have the elephant facing towards you or coming inside the house, as it will it kind of brings in more tension towards you. So, and heaviness and everything, all kind of heavy frustrating emotions. So please, if you have elephants, I would suggest discard them. Any sizes, do not keep elephants figurines. If you're keeping it, it has to be extremely cautious. Even the images of elephants has to be very cautious. So certain of these, like water elements, elephants, all these you should keep it very carefully. Okay. Any more questions? I'm just going through some more questions. Okay, while appearing for an interview call, like the situation right now, video call interview, what's the best direction to face to have the best results? Please guide. Okay, so while you're giving interview, again, as I said, your most relaxed corner is the southwest corner of your home. If you're giving this interview from your home, try and sit in the southwest corner, either the south, either the west, or the southwest corner, and you have to have your face towards north or east or northeast. So currently I am also sitting here in the southwest corner of my home, and I am facing the northeast, and I'm absolutely relaxed talking to you all. So maybe I'm like pretty fluent in whatever I'm talking. Same way you will also get good results while you are talking and giving interviews or any important calls that you're attending. You can always sit in the southwest and face towards north and the east. Yeah. Okay, shoes in north direction but out of the house, is it okay? We generally tell you not to use the shoes even outside the house, because the main door is very, very auspicious of your house, and placing shoes right outside the house is never recommended. The best place for the shoe rack is the northwest. So try and see if you can place a few shoes. For a little while, if you're placing the shoes outside, it's fine, but not like a proper shoe rack should not be even outside your main door. It should be mostly in the northwest. Yeah. Okay. How to handle obstructions like jealousy and greed from an external source? Okay. Okay. When you feel jealous or you feel greed, what does it mean? It means that I am actually little lesser than the other person. I feel low. So I feel low in my life, so I feel less confident. Okay, I feel as if that I'm not good enough. So to avoid this kind of emotions in you, I will give you some nice remedy, which is not a Vastu remedy, but it is a flower remedy. So this is something discovered by Dr. Edward Batch, and it's a flower name. Generally we give you this as a remedy to it's a proper remedy where you can intake this with water. But for the time being, if you chant the word called larch, 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 okay, that brings about extreme amount of confidence in you. So when you are confident and you feel great about yourself, there is no question of feeling jealous from anybody, because in spirit we all are one. In spirit everybody is the same soul. It's just the bodies which are different. So there is no reason why we should feel jealous of anybody. So once you feel very confident of yourself, you will not feel those kind of emotions. So try and chant the word called larch, Larch, larch. And this you can chant for as many times as you can. I recommend at least 108 times, and as many times you want, you will start seeing the difference. You'll start feeling better about yourself. Yeah. Okay, great. I think we have crossed the time limit, and it's been quite a lot of time now. So maybe you could drop in personally any questions to me later on. And I hope that it was an interactive and a happy session, and we look forward to meet sooner again. Once again, I would like to really thank Thrive and the entire team for inviting me today as the guest speaker for this wonderful topics, and hope they've been useful to you. You could connect with me on my Facebook page, Ashna Ddhannak, and also my Facebook page for enlightening lifestyle, which is my mind wellness boutique. Okay, so you could connect me with any of these, and also my email ID. My email ID is Ashna Dhanak. The spelling is ASHNA, numerical 3 at gmail.com. Yeah. So I think that we can end the session now, and it was so nice to connect with all of you. And I look forward to meet you all sometimes in the future as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.